my darlings. Good evening, and welcome to our Vampire the Masquerade Chronicle, ATL By Night. Chapter 5, From Duskborn Till Dawn. Let's welcome our vampires.
Hi, I'm Ian E. Muller, and I am playing Jackson.
I'm Seren Briar, and I will be playing Delphine.
Zachary Vaudo, playing Anton Krovopolskov.
My name is Tyler Sutherland, playing Aaron Ulrich.
And I'm your storyteller, Ellie Collins. You might happen to notice a new icon at the bottom of our overlay. That is our new sponsor, By Night Studios. We're super happy to have them along as a sponsor. Currently, right now, By Night Studios has a Kickstarter that they have launched for their Nordic LARP rules called War of Ages. It is based in V5. It is super cool. They have some amazing stretch goals that they've already been meeting, so definitely check out their Kickstarter. There should be a link in chat right now. And it is just going to be super cool. They also have an event coming up called Saturnalia, which is going to be a Nordic LARP as well. I can't say too much about it at this time, but I will say it's going to be a lot of fun. So make sure to check them out, bynightstudios.com. And you can check out all of our amazing sponsors at our link tree, which should be coming up in chat soon. So now, without further ado, let's sit back and relax, and let's tell a vampire story. When last we saw our coterie, the shepherds had received messages from a number that they didn't recognize. Elijah has been missing for days, and as far as anyone knows, he went off to do something for his mother, Olivia Grace, primogen of the Toreador clan. The mysterious texter has requested that they meet at Pullman Yard, a train yard as well as a venue space which has housed many weddings, art shows, interactive events, and more. So let's begin tonight real quick with those joining us again for the first time, Delphine and Aaron. Please give me a rouse check.
Good.
Good. Okay. And Jackson and Anton, you will be keeping your 2 hunger from last time as we are on the same night.
Mm-hmm.
So, Jackson, you had wanted to speak to Alpha.
Yeah, I had texted him right before Anton had said, hey, let's go do this thing. But if it's convenient, I can swing up there and talk to him now.
Yeah, he does text back that he is free, but he is over at Atlantic Station at this time at the Greenway.
Okay. So, as Anton and I are heading out, how far away is this place? Wait, it's the train yard.
Pullman Yard, yeah.
Yeah, that's where, that's funny, actually.
Familiar?
Yeah, don't you remember? I told you that's the first place I went.
That's right.
Yeah, that wasn't a lie. I can drive.
Sure.
Can we make a pit stop?
Yeah, what for?
I actually need to talk to Alpha. He's over at Atlantic Station.
Sounds good to me.
Cool.
So if you're driving,
Yep.
Aaron, what are you up to tonight?
I'm walking back to the coteries bungalow for the night.
Okay. Most of the coterie has been staying at their penthouse due to the safety concern of the Anarch threat against Mel.
Would I know that as well?
Yes, you
Okay.
would know as well.
Then I will change directions.
Okay.
I had 4 success.
4 success on Dex and Drive?
Yes.
Wonderful. So as you come out, that would probably be about the time Aaron walks up. So you guys would meet Aaron outside the lobby.
Literally, as he's walking in, put my hand on his shoulder. Want to go for a ride? And turn him back around.
Sure, where are we going?
Atlantic Station and then Pullman Yards.
For a mysterious text message.
Okay, must be Tuesday.
You would have
Apparently.
received the message as well.
Gotcha.
Wow.
All right. So with 4 successes, you can easily make it to Atlantic Station and find a good parking spot.
Okay.
And so you head up, and Alpha's just kind of sitting in a little small middle greenway, just on a park bench. And he just gives you a wave as you come over.
Howdy.
Hey.
Okay, now this is weird. Anyway,
You're making it weird.
Yep. I don't do good with, like, small talk. So anyway, I messaged you because I wanted to offer to be more useful than babysitter for the shepherds.
Okay.
Or whatever reason I'm hanging out with them, I guess. I don't know why.
So you're essentially just wanting to join the shepherds, like, formally.
Well, sorry.
I take it you'd know better than anyone what their job entails.
Yeah, I was just thinking more along the lines of I feel like I'm kind of useless around here and I want to offer help, and I...
Well, that settles it. You're in the shepherds now, then.
Fuck. That's... No. God. Okay, I promise that if they screw up, I will take care of them myself. I mean, I will hopefully minimize screwing up.
Careful what you wish for. But no, picking on you aside, I understand. You want to do something, given all the shit that I can gather Lydia did to you.
Yeah. Just so you know, I am a very good tracker. If you need someone found or something found, I'm usually really good at finding it.
All the better for you to be in the shepherds, then. Finding people is kind of their job.
Yep, didn't think that one through. That's okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, our clan ain't really fond of official jobs, but
Nope.
better at it than some fucking Ventru.
Yep, valid. Okay. Yeah, that was it.
All right. Is there anything you need from me? In a clan sense or in a prince sense?
Oh. Permission to kill Lydia if I run into her.
See, I want that honor myself, so at least, like, text me. Give me a chance to come along.
Okay.
Trust me, I'm getting a piece of that ass one way or another.
And,
Maybe both. Could be a good night.
I mean, that's the plan. Past tense, post tense. Whatever. Anyway.
She's weirdly hot.
Yep.
Glad to meet a fellow man of taste.
Yep. This vague PTSD look across Jackson's face.
And Alpha's very much ignoring it. Alright.
Anyway, that was it. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I will, if I know where she is, I will give you a heads up before I start heading that way.
Good. She's been too quiet for too long, and that's making me itchy.
I am still debating if she was at the trial or not.
I'm pretty positive she was there, but for all I know, she was just some nameless fuck at the back of the room.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't smell her, though. Anyway, thank you.
Alright. Just text me if you need me, I guess.
Will do.
Make sure you stop by the compound. Denise ain't doing hot these days.
What do you mean?
Fuck if I know.
Oh. Okay.
I don't get in their business.
All right. Yeah, I'll swing up there, actually.
Yeah, not like a now thing,
Yeah,
because
no,
then she'll
no.
know I told you.
Yeah, no, I haven't been up there in a hot minute anyway. I'll head up there when it's reasonable.
Yeah,
Thanks for the heads up.
no problem.
Okay. Anton and Aaron are waiting for me, so.
Okay, y'all go get in whatever shit you're gonna get into.
Hopefully not. Have a good night.
Night.
Just Atlantic Station, I imagine we're not waiting in the parking decks. I'm just other side of the Greenway, waiting, regretting heightened senses for half of that conversation.
Take a stain.
I did.
All good?
Yeah, should be
Great.
fine.
We'll get to employee handbook and benefits package later.
Excellent. 401k?
Please.
Well, what happens when I reach retirement age? Oh, wait.
You're dead. You don't get it.
Okay. So, I don't know what we're getting into with this mysterious text message. But, that is why I have usual peppermints.
Mentioned something about Elijah and missing.
That's about it.
Okay.
Person who claims to be very concerned about Elijah's whereabouts and the fact that he's missing. But strange text messages coming through. Cell phone is not exactly extremely reliable. I got 3 earlier today.
Does Dot technically still manage or own our numbers?
Potentially. Unless the prince has deemed otherwise.
Just conflict of interest with, like, you being on one side of the trial, her being on another side. We might want to look on options
could
for another carrier.
Get you burner phones if you want.
That would most likely
Very
be useful.
old phones, yeah.
I just, pull 2 out of my jacket.
This is great. Oh, okay.
No, sorry, these are mine.
Gotcha.
I need them.
But yes, I've accounted for the fact that I am not at home, and we will just go in cautious.
Cool.
Jackson, one thing. During the trial, I made a joke about your name.
About my name.
Your middle name, last name.
Oh, yeah.
It only recently did I start actually sharing my name. So that wasn't to force you or to move you forward to it. So names have weight.
I appreciate that. I don't exist, so there's a reason I use the name I do.
Makes sense. It's useful.
Yeah. But thank you. I appreciate that. Anyway, is there a specific side of the yards you want me to drive up to, or just park?
I'd say let's just park, walk up to it. That way you get the better scope of it.
Cool.
All right, make me another Dixon Drive.
Nope. I'm okay.
Okay.
That's a critical, but it's not a messy crit.
Okay. So Pullman Yards is in a kind of close area, a little older part, but you are able to find some street parking, probably about a couple blocks away if you want to hoof it.
Yeah, I'll just pull up and parallel park.
I'll just grab my bag, exit the car. If I'm taking a bet, we have one of 2 potential clans that we're dealing with, given the circumstances, but be prepared for anything.
Which would be?
Toreador or Thinblood.
Oh, okay.
Have you not met Elijah?
Is Elijah the guy you confronted at the Succubus Club?
Yes.
Ah. No, I haven't met him, but now I at least know what he looks like.
That one.
Okay. I remember. Sorry, the conversations were coming back to me.
That one.
I haven't met him.
Related to Olivia Grace. Same last name.
Oh.
And it's hard to forget Olivia.
Why Thin-Blood Sheriff? Right.
Mm-hmm. Never asked.
No.
Took over his job after he became sheriff, though.
No, didn't. Didn't put the 2 and 2 together. Okay, so the Thin Blood Sheriff is the Toreador Primogen's son.
Yes,
Actual son?
as far as we are aware. But that may be a story for another day.
Cool. Let's go.
We'll just walk on into the
Okay.
area.
So walking up, Pullman Yard does have it's a train yard, so it is constantly under construction, lots of work trucks and everything, so there are large metal fences surrounding it with that kind of tarp woven through it, the little tarp strips going through the pieces. So as you walk up, you do have to push on the gate to get in, and as you walk up, it's kind of a rare quiet here. Normally there's big events going down, but the interactive Van Gogh experience is still set up with the signs up on the windows, but it appears to have just closed for the night. No cars are out. The lights and decorations aren't up, and the old train cars scattered about serving food and beer have all closed down for the night. But the main door to the event hall is standing wide open, and you can see light inside.
You know what? Storyteller, I'd like to make a wits and awareness to look around for cameras and stuff, or anyone who's like still sitting in a car nearby, anything like that.
Okay. Are you doing this before you enter into Pullman Yards? Okay.
Like as we're getting up to the gate. Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm looking more directly inside.
Okay.
3.
All clear.
And is this historically, you mentioned art exhibit, is this Tilly's domain, or is this more Dot's area?
This area of the city, I believe, falls under Tilly's domain.
Gotcha.
I'm, it's alright.
As it's, it's about 2 minutes from Little Five.
I'm gonna go in a little more unnoticed, if that's alright with you two.
As though.
There's no reason why all three of us have to show up.
And I am going to activate Metamorphosis.
Okay.
And I am going to change into a pigeon.
Okay. Make me the appropriate rolls.
I do not get hungrier.
Okay.
That's it.
Just look at Jackson and go, I feel like you're mocking us right now.
Coo.
Just hold out my hand for him.
Oh no, I flap up and start flying towards the open door, like,
That's one way.
and I fly in ahead of them and up into like the rafters of the building.
Okay. So as you go in to the building, are you guys following the pigeon in?
I'm gonna give him like a minute before we do, just so it doesn't look like we immediately walk him after a pigeon.
Okay.
Yes.
And so when you first enter, there's a large wall of Van Gogh's sunflowers going floor to ceiling. So Jackson, you are able to get up to the top of this foyer area, but the directions have you go to the right into an art exhibit that's a little darker. There's just some spotlights on art and setups, so you will have to come back down to go through the area.
I'll actually land on the floor. I'll like flit down and land on the floor and just kind of like
Hop around.
hop around a little bit while I'm looking around. And I'll actually activate Eyes of the Beast as well, so I can see better in the dark.
Okay. So what are the two of you doing?
At this point, walking, looking around the museum for any sign of where to go, and also just are there cameras on? Because last time I walked into an exhibit, it didn't go so well.
And so as you're walking through, there are interesting displays of Van Gogh's work. Certain paintings have been built out to be a full set piece, or some paintings have been turned into hanging pieces that hang in front of each other, to where if you stand back a bit, you can see it. You kind of get lost a little bit in the displays of all the artwork and interesting details about Van Gogh's life. And you kind of make your way through the museum. It's a little winding. And
No-
eventually,
No cameras to be noticed then?
none that you can tell.
Okay.
And so as you go in, you then enter the immersion room, which is a large, very large, 2 to 3 story tall room that is brightly lit with projection on the floors, walls, and ceilings. The works of Van Gogh cover the entire surface, coming to life. As the look changes to starry night, you're surrounded by the landscape of the painting, it moving to illustrate the wind blowing in the evening. And then it changes again to almond blossoms, and you see that you are now surrounded by trees with blossoms appearing to fall all around you. And as you're looking around at these paintings, sitting at one of the benches in the middle of the room is a small woman, someone that you now are at least somewhat familiar with, looking at her. It's the woman that was dancing with Elijah at the Succubus Club, and the one that Olivia very much hated.
Oh, yes.
And I, in that room in particular, I do flit up towards the ceiling, and I just perch on one of the metal beams
Okay.
and watch her.
Okay.
She is sitting there smoking out of a black and silver cigarette holder. You're not supposed to smoke in here? Probably, but it's closed. Who cares? And sitting kind of at her feet next to her is a pile of about 10 cigarette butts. Like she's been sitting here chain smoking for a while.
I'll just nudge Aaron from where. Are we like behind her, in front of her?
So this room has a few lawn chairs lining the walls, and then there are 3 bench seats in the middle, and Delphine is at the furthest bench seat. So you are entering from the opposite side of the room.
I was trying to get a sense of if she was looking right at us entering.
Yes, she
Okay.
is looking directly at you.
Cool. So then just nudge Aaron. Would you walk forward? I know you.
You came. Hi.
You are, what's your name? Begins with the Delphine.
Yes. Hi, I'm Delphine. You are Anton Krovapus.
Good enough.
Yes.
Okay. Aaron.
Yes.
It's 2. Okay. Hi.
Hi there, yes.
You got my text.
We got your text.
Yes. Elijah's missing.
That is what the text said, yes.
He went 4 days ago to help his mother with something. And, he hasn't been back. Daddy Alpha says it's nothing to worry about, but it's been 4 days.
And no word from Olivia.
They're not
You haven't-
exactly on speaking terms.
You haven't
the two of
talked
them.
with Olivia.
She wouldn't want to. But I am surprised that we have not heard anything from Olivia if Elijah is missing.
I figured that since, well, you're off the hook now, you would probably be willing to help.
Well, off the hook in the manner of speaking. But, how is it that you know that Elijah is missing in such a way that Oren's messaging us, and Olivia, the Primogen, has not?
I live with him. And I haven't seen him at home in 4 days.
I assume this is unusual.
Yes. He has sheriff duties to attend to, you know.
Naturally.
But he's not gone for that long.
And how long have you two been together?
That's complicated.
Has he been known to disappear for longer terms than this?
He's not the one who's been known to disappear.
Storyteller,
Mm-hmm.
what does Delphine smell like?
Cigarettes.
Yeah.
Can't just ask what
Cigarettes,
someone
a nice soft perfume smell. Likely something very nice, but definitely an older style scent, not anything new and too bold or fruity. And the clothing has a vintage smell to it. It's not a scent you recognize.
I will circle, and then when I hit the ground, I'm going to change back into.
Hi. Hi.
It's fine. It's fine.
I don't know you.
Jackson.
Should I know you?
Not yet. New hire.
Were you at the Succubus Club?
Minding my own business, but yes, I was there. It's not Lydia.
What were
I'll
you
tell you that.
wearing?
Huh.
Oh, he was much better dressed.
This.
Not memorable. That's why.
Yep. That's how I intended.
So, I don't know where to start.
I think perhaps start that in the information that you have. He was going to do something with his mother, so
That might be tricky.
why is that?
She wants me, knocked off.
Oh no, that part I know, but why is it tricky to know what he was going to be doing?
If we go to her, the tradition, the destruction, the...
Well, obviously he is not at his mother's, or perhaps he is, but one would assume he's not. Do you know what he was doing?
Couldn't you just call the school and see if he's there?
I certainly could. I have not heard anything about him being back, but beyond that phone call, do you not know what he was supposed to be doing? He did not tell you.
I don't like to really hear much about her. It stresses me out.
Did he say anything upsetting recently? Someone following him, a very tough job he was working?
No, nothing like that.
One more question. Do you
Please go
think
ahead.
he would leave you? Is he one to flit around?
I would hope not. I don't think so. I'd be surprised.
I understand it's a rough question, just want to get it out there.
No, I don't think he would do that.
And we have a different sort of arrangement anyway. It's not good to assume sort of things.
I didn't think he'd stab me, but it happens.
We can all be unpredictable.
I'm sorry for that.
I want to put it out there that I hold a grudge, but he's still my sheriff, so I will help. Kindred have a right to hold eternal grudges. It's one of our few bills of rights.
Being on the other end of it isn't very fun.
So, forgive me, but as you mentioned before, now that I am off the hook, tell me why I shouldn't be contacting Georgina or even Alpha as...
Daddy Alpha?
I'm not saying that.
Yeah, well, because
These
it's funny.
Say it to his face.
Is it?
It is to me.
Why?
Go and say it to his face.
I do all the time.
Oh, you'll be fine, I'm sure.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
But back to my question. Why would I not contact the very people who I am supposed to be keeping tabs with on this particular matter so that they could help?
Because I asked and they said it was nothing. But it's something. I feel it. I know it.
Storyteller, while she's answering, I want to scry the soul just to get a read on like emotional state, see if I can pick up
Okay.
anything, and also get a better look at who it is I'm talking to.
Okay. Make me the appropriate rolls.
Cool, I don't get hungrier.
While you're rolling,
Yeah.
how long has he been gone?
4 days. I said in the... Oh, you're not... Right.
Days. Okay.
Something you want to share with the
And
class?
4 nights?
Well, no, just Abby. Good point. He's a thin blood.
6 successes.
Okay. Any critical?
Not critical this time.
Okay.
So that's the normal sort of thing, like emotional state, aura, and psyche. Whether they're a vampire or not.
Okay.
And then things like, have they committed diablerie in the last year? Are they under the influence of sorcery? But I'm mainly using this to figure out, like, emotional state and try to use it as more of a lie detector.
Okay. Well, she is definitely kindred.
Mm-hmm.
As for emotional state,
Distraught. And scared.
Is there any nuance to it, like scared of this particular situation, or a general like scared?
Has no idea what's going on. A very confused sort of scared,
Yeah.
and scared of the possibility of what she might have to do.
Gotcha. Yeah. So that helps a lot, making sure it's not scared of like where we are right now. Like,
No, she seems completely at ease in the art exhibit.
Do you have anything of Elijah's on you?
That.
that would help.
Well, he gave me this. She holds up the cigarette holder with a cigarette lit still in it.
What about clothing? Yeah.
Anything recent?
Yeah. Not plastic or metal.
Would I have anything recent, storyteller?
Any jewelry? He's probably given you something recently.
Well, this? Does this help? It's metal, but...
What you aiming to do? Could be with a shot still. Just won't hold
Yeah.
it well.
Can I see it?
Yeah.
Thanks. And I will step away from her so that the cigarette smoke isn't in my face, and activate heightened senses and see if I can get a scent off the ring that's not hers.
Okay. You do pick up a few notes that are different from hers. At least enough that if you were to smell it again, you would know.
Okay.
Did that help?
Maybe. Yeah. Better than nothing.
I have to say, I'm at a loss on exactly where to start with this if we cannot go to Olivia herself,
Well,
and you do not know where to
You
go
can
next.
go.
There's no reason that we couldn't go to the school.
That's true.
I'm assuming that's her haven. I've never seen her anywhere else.
As far as we're aware. Besides, I work there.
Yeah, so, I mean, we can...
Do you still?
I haven't been fired.
That's a good question. There's no ostensible reason for you to not just randomly show up there.
Mhm.
You have an office there, so we can start there. Does he have a car?
Yes.
Did he drive it when he left?
Yes.
Okay. We can at least see if his car's there too.
That is true. Would it be beneficial if either of these two were to accompany you elsewhere to see if there's any clues, perhaps at your shared residence?
I was just thinking that.
Sure. Sure.
Would you like the bloodhound or the cop?
Ooh. Tough choice. Ragamuffin.
Ah.
Are you comfortable accompanying our new friend to see what evidence you can find? You might get a better scent there
Yeah,
than here.
yeah, especially at his house. So there'll be clothes and stuff there.
I can drive us.
No.
I'm a very good driver.
He's very self-sufficient. I'm pulling
I
out my
brought my
phone.
own car.
I'm pulling out my phone for an Uber.
Robin, I left Robin at the penthouse.
Yeah, you did. She's eating. He's eating.
Yeah, okay. If you go back to the penthouse, just check on Robin for me.
Sure.
But,
I'll most likely text you when we're done here to figure out where to meet next, though.
Yeah, that's fine.
You two are gonna get along great.
Cool. Yup.
Quite an odd couple.
Mm-hmm.
Just keep us updated throughout the night.
Yeah.
Maybe you find something, we can pick it up at the school too.
Yeah, I'll shoot you a message.
Perfect. Right, I'll be here in 20 minutes. And I'll start walking out.
Do you want to borrow my car?
What kind of car?
It's a bug. It's a cute little yellow bug.
Have you had enough of bugs, or...
Never.
Good.
It's not that kind of bug.
It's an inside joke. It's fine. It's fine.
I know.
I can't drive it, but you can.
Sure. And I'll cancel the Uber.
Okay.
Are you going to hurt my car?
Not intentionally.
You break it, you buy it.
Noted.
It's a theme.
And I will give him a wave and head out of the exhibit.
Same.
Okay. Are you riding with Anton?
Yes.
We're going to the school.
Okay. And what are you two doing?
I guess going back to...
I'm driving Miss Daisy back to her shared haven with Elijah, apparently.
I will give directions in the car.
So as you all have left, drivers, if you could please make me wits and awareness.
I am going to use heightened senses.
Just drivers?
Just
Yeah,
the drivers.
same.
No
Ooh.
backseat driving, sorry.
4.
4.
Do you have your exit, buddy.
7 critical.
All right. So Anton is the first to catch it. As you guys are leaving, there is one-way streets that leave this area, so you are pulling out behind him. One of the ways that you know to go is currently blocked.
Was
You
it
will
blocked
have to
when you came
detour.
in?
It was not blocked when you came in. You'll need to detour. It's being blocked by a cop car who's just kind of directing traffic down the next road.
Anything look off about the cop, or does he just seem like a normal night cop?
Just seems like he is redirecting traffic.
And so there's the direction that he's directing, or there's back the other way?
As this is a one-way road,
Gotcha.
there is no back.
Right. I'll say to Aaron, that wasn't here before.
No, and I don't recognize him.
And then as I'll just turn and I'll just be keeping an eye to see what's going where.
Okay. And as you two see this,
Huh.
Was he there when you got in?
No. I used heightened senses, but are the lights on the cop car on?
yes.
I turn it back off.
Yes.
Just blink for a minute.
Oh, yeah, bad idea.
No. That's weird. As we go past him and I just follow his directions without making eye contact with the cop, I'm going to look past him down the street. Do I notice anything else out of the ordinary?
As you keep driving, you go down the way that he has directed you. And as you get to another intersection, there's another cop car directing you further down the detour.
As we pass the first cop car, I want to look kind of back and see if there's anything back further along the
Anything
road.
past him?
Yeah, like behind
That's
him.
that's what I meant.
Yeah. So as you guys look, there is nothing behind him. It's just kind of this downtown area. It's a lot of short one-way streets and buildings. It just appears that they are trying to direct the lines of traffic around a larger area.
As we go, then I'm going to try to get a peek into where we seem to be going around.
When we pass the second cop, I'm actually going to pull over. A little ways down so he doesn't see me, immediately pull over.
Okay.
I see them pull over, but I keep going just so it doesn't look like 2 cars suddenly pulled over.
Okay.
It's slower.
And at this point, enough cars have kind of joined the line of traffic of the detour.
Right.
Yeah, and I just pull over and park.
Okay.
Why are we stopping?
I'm going to take a look. This is weird. This was not here when we came through. We came through that section. But that they're detouring us around.
Ooh.
If I get out of the car here, do I think I see a place where I can shapeshift unnoticed?
Yes.
Okay.
This kind of area is very tight, so you could easily dip into an alley.
Okay. I will be right back.
Okay.
If anyone comes over here, say that the car.
Oh, I can make something up.
Yeah, the car stalled, and I'm just making a phone call, and I didn't have service right here because I have a shitty phone. And I opened the car door
It's
and get
an
out.
okay story, I guess.
Okay.
And I'm going to walk over to an alley, and I am going to use metamorphosis again and change into a bird.
Okay.
And then I do not get hungrier.
Good.
And I'm just going to fly up and fly deeper into the area that they're kind of moving people around and see if I can figure out what they're pushing us away from.
So for this area, there's not as much that you can see, but as you pull up a bit further and get a view of the grander area, they appear to be blocking people from around Piedmont Park.
And I will just
And-
casually fly over the park and do a loop.
Give me wits and awareness.
Three.
You can see that there are cop cars blocking every entrance to Piedmont Park. And there are a couple groups within the park. And some basic tent setup similar to outdoor art fairs with the little canopy. there is one large one that you can see the small groups of people walking in and out from. And there's a lot of spectators on the street trying to bug the cops. They're yelling, asking questions.
It looks like a actual mortal crime scene, though. This was not like some weird elaborate trap.
Unsure as to what kind of crime scene it may be, but this is
Right.
a legitimate redirecting around a crime scene.
Yeah. Like of mortal variety, not like a supernatural trap.
Correct.
Yes. Okay. Then I will just loop and fly back to the car or near the car, shift back, walk over.
What'd you see?
And I'm texting Aaron as I get in the car.
I'm trying to slowly text W. 888, that's a W. 4, that's an E. And it's eventually going to send, like, we're going on, let us know if you find something.
Yeah. And then I quickly just shoot a text to him and read what I'm texting at the same time. It's like, looks like there was some sort of crime in Piedmont Park, and they're just redirecting people around it. It's a very heavy cop presence for that, though.
Is that usual?
I mean, I wouldn't know.
Me either.
I'll share that with Anton.
Are you going to be passing by another cop anytime soon?
Yes.
As we go by, I want to crack the window and just like looking straight forward. So I'm driving, not like staring at the lights. I want to see if I can heighten senses, hear anything like radio, whatnot, giving any idea of what's going on.
Okay. So as you kick on heightened senses, you can just hear generalized radio in the car about traffic diversion around Piedmont Park. And there is kind of muffled voices coming through just because police scanners are not the
Clear.
best. But you do hear FBI on the way. Tell ambulances not to hurry.
And like once we pull away from that cop, I'll just say to Aaron, apparently the FBI is involved in a killing, or a death at least.
I know not everything is related to us.
Seems strange tonight, though, right?
It would be very opportune if this was right next door.
It was very well timed, very well positioned.
At this point, Piedmont Park is probably 5 to 10 minutes from where you were. This just happens to be a dense area of downtown.
Yeah. I don't think I want to turn back, given our recent experience with the police.
And I'm known dead, so I can't show up.
Correct. So, perhaps, and I'm gonna like hit voice text for the Shepherd's group chat, and just say, murder crime scene at Piedmont Park, period. Seems weirdly coincidental, comma, if anybody feels interested and daring, period. And just send it to, he'll wind up getting it because I just like tagged him into the group.
I was about to say, did you add Jackson to
Oh
the
yeah,
group chat?
on the drive over, since he got designated. But it's mainly gonna hit Hex's phone, Mel's phone, and Thomasina's phone, wherever she is.
Okay. And so you do get that message.
And I just tell my phone to play the message, so it reads it out loud.
We're all
That
about traffic safety here at ATL
wonderful,
by Night.
10
and
and 2.
that wonderful robotic lady voice.
Well, there's cops around. I'm not gonna pull my phone up and
Exactly.
text.
It is illegal in Georgia.
And I'm driving a sports car.
Ooh.
Not a nice one.
Alright. Does that make it be relevant?
It's an unusual coincidence.
Okay. Should we?
No,
Okay.
we should keep doing what we're doing.
Okay.
If we need to know what's going on, someone will ask us if we know.
If you say so.
Mm.
I actually am slowly texting out to Jackson, since you're stopped, can you check it out real quick? It'll take us longer now in traffic to route back.
Was about to pull out into that line of traffic. I'm gonna go back over there.
Should I come too?
No, because I'm not going to look like this.
Are you gonna be a bird again?
Yo.
Okay.
People and fucking birds. And I am going to get out of the car,
They're messy.
go into an alley. I'm gonna turn into a nocturnal bird that would frequent Piedmont Park.
A nightjar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm going to fly back the same route I did, but I'm going to fly down and land near the tents and just like pretend I'm picking at the ground and
Okay.
listen.
I'm gonna sit on the hood of the car
Gorgeous.
and chain smoke.
Gorgeous.
Nightjar,
All right,
nightjar is much
Jackson?
more.
Please
subtle.
give me wits and investigation.
I can do that. That is 4 success. Yeah, just 4.
Okay. With 4 success, I now need you to roll for me. We'll call
Oh,
this.
4. Sorry, I also passed my rest check for
Okay,
changing
thank
into
you.
a bird yet again.
Let's call this intelligence and medicine.
Should have brought Cop Talk.
You can go back after the.
Well, it's 2 successes
Okay.
on my hunger die.
All right.
Still counts.
So there is a heavy amount of people in this area, but pecking at the ground, smelling and seeing what you can, there is a lot of blood in the grass and the soil. And the people around are smelling of sweat, stress, and you get a strong whiff of viscera.
Are
And all you can see through the people at this point are maybe a couple bodies.
a couple bodies, okay.
They're quite densely packed around whatever they're looking at.
Are there any trees or anything nearby that I can fly up to where I can get a vantage point looking down?
This is Piedmont Park, so unfortunately not.
Structures. Alright, I will just fly up and kind of circle them once. Like, kind of just look down and around while I'm doing so, just to see if I recognize any of the bodies or get any more details.
The tent is covering where the bodies are.
I meant more like, sorry. When I'm flying up, can I look like overheads through tent sort of thing?
Okay. So let's make that what's in awareness as well.
Six, not a critical.
Okay.
But 6.
So flying up, you see a couple FBI agents have now walked up. And there are 4 bodies, it would seem. At least you can see 4 forms on the ground.
I don't see any of their faces.
Nope. You see 4 forms on the ground. It's a little dark. Even with your heightened senses, there's something not entirely right about it. You feel like you should be able to see more, but you can't. Not through a supernatural means, but just something's wrong.
Is the tent open on both ends, or is it only open on one side?
Only open on one side.
Okay. I'm going to hang around for a little bit longer, maybe like 5-6 minutes, listening to what people are saying.
Okay.
And trying to pick out, I have heightened senses on, just trying to pick out any names, like including the names of cops who are involved, so we can potentially like send hex to hack their computers or something. I don't fucking know. And then just take off.
Okay. So when the FBI agents walk up to the group, one goes to shake the hand of one of the officers. And he says, Patrick, long time no see. Sorry we had to see each other again like this. And Patrick just kind of nods and goes, fuck, man, I don't even know what we're dealing with here. But anything you guys got, I'm stumped. And the other one kind of looks over and he goes, yeah, no, that's not good. You ever able to ID anything off of it? And said, waiting for the data to come back right now. I can already tell you, though, it doesn't add up. The numbers aren't correct here. He says, what do you mean, man? He says, come look at this. See, okay. See this? 1, 2. Why is there a third? And then same thing over here. 1, 2, and a third. Doesn't make any fucking sense. Yeah, huh. Alright, how quick are we gonna get those samples back? I'd say probably 30 minutes, hour. Depends on how quickly the lab can work. Memory's just right down the road. It's okay. Well, you go grab a coffee or something. I'm gonna poke around. He's like, all right, watch your step, man. It's gross.
And then I will fly back to the alley, shift back, and walk over to the car.
Okay.
Delphine is sitting on the hood of the car. She's taken her shoes off. Just kind of hops up. What'd you find?
I look at the hood of my car and see if she scratched it before I respond to the
Absolutely not.
Crime scene, murder, pretty grisly. FBI got called in to investigate, most of which we already knew. Couldn't really see much. There's a lot of people there. A lot of bodies.
Like, there's a lot of people who have been killed, or there's a lot of looky-loos?
Yes.
Okay. Do we want to keep going?
Yep.
Okay, I'll make my call in the car.
Continuing original plan, but...
Okay.
And while I'm actually talking to her, I am one-handed texting more of the details of what I heard directly to Aaron and Hex.
Okay.
Specifically. I figure Aaron will tell Anton.
What specific details are you giving to Aaron?
The name of the officer. And just like they kept talking about how there were too many of things. I'm guessing body parts, but they didn't elaborate.
Okay. And so, Aaron, that name is very familiar to you. Your old friend Patrick.
Anton, I know we're here for Elijah tonight, but one of the officers on the scene was my friend when I was still working.
No, it's a very good thing we didn't go there.
I kind of want to swing by just to see them, but I understand that would be bad.
You do understand that you are supposed to be dead, and he would know that more than anybody. Unless you can, unless you have some way to not be seen.
I can't do the shadow things like Sybil. I can't move my face around like half the coterie now.
But you can change.
I can change.
How well can you change as well as Jackson does? Can you go small?
I can go small, yes.
I think that's worth something.
Okay. How far away is the school from here?
Storyteller?
The school is up past Marietta.
Right. So we're
And
still
you guys
in
are
Fremont.
downtown.
It's about 20-30 minutes.
Can we just swing by the crime scene just to get a quick re-up on humanity and then head back up to the school.
How close can we get to the crime scene, storyteller?
It would appear that all of Piedmont Park is blocked, so you will, or all the entrances are blocked, so you will have to find an alternate way into the park.
I'm gonna go ahead and pull over in Little 5 Points.
Okay.
Park near Junkman's, because there's a Piedmont Park, not exactly an entrance, but an element of Piedmont Park is that way. Let's pull over and just go, all right, this is the back way.
Okay.
I can't do shit, so
No, thank you. I'll be quick.
don't get caught, please.
And I will step out of the car and think for a second and just pick a stray dog,
Okay.
and I will shapeshift, and I will get hungry.
Okay, so you are now at hunger 2.
Mm-hmm.
But you do manage to take the form of a stray dog pretty easily. And you can scale the small fence into Piedmont Park.
And I'm hoping I don't get picked up by rescue services along the way. I will make my way as close as I can to the perimeter,
Mm-hmm.
and as soon as I see a break in the people, just make my way closer to where the center should be.
Okay, and you do see the tent
Gotcha.
fairly easily.
Okay, I will head that way and just see if I can spot Patrick from a distance.
You can see Patrick standing outside the tent, drinking a coffee. He looks very distraught, very uncomfortable. He just seems very bothered by whatever is in the tent.
I'd like to go up to Patrick
Okay?
and just give him a few pats, if I can, just to set his mind at ease.
Yeah, as you walk up, he just kind of looks down surprised. He's like, "Whoa, hey there! How'd you get in here?" He reaches down very, very carefully,
Nope.
lets you sniff the back of his hand.
No touch.
And he kind of reaches back. He's like, "Oh, okay, not friendly, not friendly."
And I'm gonna see if I can just bark and egg him to come away from the crime scene.
Okay. Let's make that. Let's call that charisma and persuasion.
I was gonna say it's a dog, it has to be
That's
charisma.
gonna, yep. It's gonna be all those low social skills. No, that's 3 successes.
3 successes. So as you're barking and kind of doing that thing the dogs do where they run towards a direction and come back and run towards and come back, he's like, is there more out there, boy? Well, hey, I'll be right back. And he starts to follow you.
Okay. And I'm just, as much as I can, just bring him away from the crime scene. See if his demeanor changes anything, if it's something about being close to those bodies.
He seems to soften a little bit, just very much being a dog person. He's just like, what is it, boy? What? Did you find something else? Is there something here in the park, or are you smelling food?
And I run off. So that was it.
Okay.
The whole time I'm waiting, I'm just starting to like scroll local news to see if there's any report already about what's going on.
So there's a report of a murder in Piedmont Park. Unusual circumstances, more info to come. It appears that this was discovered recently within the past 15 to 20 minutes.
I'm immediately going to some sort of like message board like Reddit into like the Atlanta to see if anybody has posted something the news is not going to report.
You see a lot of people speculating, saying like, talking about ways to break into Piedmont Park, or who has a drone that they think they can get into Piedmont Park like real fast before the cops shoot it down. You know, everybody seems to be like on their full conspiracy theory. You know, oh, it must be a famous person, or maybe a movie was filming there and something went horribly wrong.
But nobody's in there like getting a scoop and like leaking stuff beforehand.
Not at this time. It's still too new.
I'm gonna keep the tabs open, but
Okay.
I'll send the news article to our group chat.
Okay.
And then wait for Aaron to get back.
Yep. I get back, shake it off. Thank you. That was short and sweet.
I don't suppose you found out anything about the crime scene while you were there?
Just it feels off, and I wanted to get my friend away from it for a second.
It's reasonable. Perhaps one of the others will be able to figure it out.
And Aaron, for that act towards one of your touchstones, please gain a dot of humanity.
Sweet.
And I think that's a good place for us to take our break. We're going to take about 5 to 10 minutes, stretch our legs, get some water. You guys do the same. We'll be right back in a little bit. Welcome back. And so, Delphine, you wanted to make a phone call.
Yes. When Jackson gets back. Hold on. I'm gonna take out my phone and call Alpha.
Okay. And phone rings and picks up. Hey, sugar baby, what you need?
Hi, Daddy. Well, I was taking a walk in Piedmont Park. It's really pretty at night. And, there's something happening. Do you know anything about that?
I heard it's swarming with cops. That's about all I know. What's up?
I'm not too keen on going over there myself, but it seems like there's been murder.
What kind of murder?
Messy murder?
Alright, are you by yourself?
Should I be?
I'm gonna take that as a no. And I'm
know
also
me.
gonna pretend like I didn't hear that in case Elijah asks me about it later. Whoever you're with, tell them to go look. Don't get your pretty little head in trouble.
They did. They couldn't get close.
Alright, give me a
And
second.
I know you told me to not try anything with the cops. Oh, there's FBI too.
FBI. Alright, give me a second. I'll call you right back. And he
Okay.
hangs up.
He'll call me right back.
Yep.
What?
Nothing.
Were you listening to that?
Yep. You
Figured.
realize phones are loud, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I also know that you hear other things. And look at other things. It's us. Come on.
Yeah, I turn into a bird.
So is there anything else that you saw that I should know about for when he calls me back?
Nope.
Don't bullshit a bullshitter.
There's something wrong with the bodies.
Wrong how?
Too many of something.
Ooh.
And yes, I can get closer. I was choosing not to. Because unlike everyone else in this fucking city, I don't choose to just stick my nose into things and get myself in trouble. But I will go back if Alpha thinks it's important.
I mean, you could stick your beak.
No, a bird flying into a tent is really obvious. I'll change it to a mouse or something.
There you go.
Yeah.
I might be able to talk to one of them like a normal person
Yep.
and get some information.
Yep. Cops make an assumption and don't trust me.
Cops make an assumption and...
Want to suck up to you, yes.
Yes.
Anyway,
What a pair.
I stare at your phone waiting for Alpha to call you back.
And the phone does ring.
Hallelujah.
Hi, Daddy.
Hey, sugar baby. Alright, so, used a couple connections.
Love that.
The FBI is about to make all the local cops go, do gate duty. So there's only going to be about 3 people over there in about 10 minutes.
I can wait 10 minutes.
Okay, thank you, dear.
10 minutes isn't a very long time.
It really ain't. Alright, you tell me whatever you find.
Of course I will.
Okay,
See you later.
bye.
10 minutes. Should I text Anton and Aaron?
Nope.
You have a control problem.
Probably. It's from watching too many people fuck up around me. And I
Maybe
text
you should get better friends.
Anton and Aaron.
Okay, what are you texting to them?
Sugar baby called daddy.
Okay.
And
New phone. Who is this?
You're fired.
and apparently this is important enough to look into. So she is going to go try to talk to people, and I am going to,
Heightened senses. Eyeballs.
yeah, holding my phone away from you and typing blind. I'm going to go back in as a little more quietly and see if I can see anything else more interesting.
Did you tell them 10 minutes?
Since you were
Nope.
blind texting, let's call that intelligence and technology to see how well that message came through.
Not dexterity.
We're going to do intelligence to know where the keys are on the keyboard.
Makes sense.
A Banu Hakim Prince wants me to send him money.
3.
3. You get about 80% of it. There
Okay.
are some weird auto-corrected words in there that don't entirely make sense.
You didn't tell them 10 minutes?
Nope, because they're probably more than 10 minutes away at this point.
What
And
does-
I get out and I lock my car because we're not in it, and I start walking off.
I will text the both of them.
What does a
10 minutes with, like, 3 exclamation points.
What is a sugar gaby?
Kids these days. They're just. I think though we should head over it in some capacity.
I'll be honest, I was going to probably turn back around if we drove away. I'm too curious now.
It's just you latch onto something you can't let go.
I did very well, comparatively speaking. You think maybe you want to try police dog this time?
What if we tried something more crowd weaving style? Jackson could give a quick makeover, essentially.
If we run into him. If we don't,
That's true. In that case, yeah, I can
Yeah. Go.
try a canine unit.
yeah, try canine unit and stick with me for a bit. I want to see if maybe I can go a little bit direct.
Storyteller, I'd like to shapeshift
Okay.
to a German Shepherd,
Okay.
and I get hungry.
Okay, so
You want to trade dice?
at hunger 3, that hunger is clawing at your stomach, but you do manage to take the form of a very lovely German Shepherd.
And I'll lock Delphine's car. Go, come on, and I'm walking up, and as we're approaching, I'm gonna kick on Scry the Soul, and I'm trying to basically scan cops. I'm looking for the most human, like AKA the less influenced by Second Inquisition cop that I can find.
Okay.
No like blood sorcery, oblivion, etc. on them.
Okay.
I do not get hungrier.
Do you want to trade dice?
No. Ooh, definitely no. 8 critical.
They're all fine.
All right. With my 8 critical, is there anything like super special unknown that I get to learn, or
Nope.
awesome? Then
They are perfectly benign human.
that is the best thing. So I go. And I'm just gonna tap I'm gonna tap Aaron on the head and go, follow me. And as I walk, I'm gonna walk up to the cop and go, excuse me, officer.
Yeah, make sure to stay behind the line.
Yes. Out of curiosity, what's going on in here?
It's an active crime scene. Please keep your distance, sir.
Okay, I can do that. Would you mind giving me your coat? And I'm using Mesmerize.
Okay. By his code, you mean his badge number?
No, coat. Like
Coat.
I want his coat that says like Georgia Police Department.
And he goes, yeah, it is getting kind of chilly right now.
Wonderful, thank
He
you.
pulls off his coat and hands it to you.
And as I put it on, and zip it up just to cover all my vis, I just go, wonderful. And using Mesmerize again. Would you mind taking me in? I'm trying to get to the crime scene.
Can you please give me wits and awareness?
That one I can, yes. Five successes.
There's a lot of people standing on the street watching this happen.
That's fine.
And a lot of spectators just witnessed a cop give you his jacket and is now leading you into the crime scene.
That's fine. It's back in my head at least, so not going to come out that way.
Okay. And so you are led in with your German Shepherd.
Mm-hmm.
And he walks you probably about 10 feet from his post and goes, rest of the outfit's over there at the tent.
Thank you. Do you know what happened here?
Murder.
Murder.
Best we know at this point.
That is bizarre. All right, and I'll just, once more with Mesmerize, you can head on back to your post. I appreciate your help.
All right. And he heads on back.
And I'm just gonna tap Aaron and go, all right, do your thing, and I'm gonna let him go, and I'm gonna keep to the outskirts of the outfit to not insert myself as a super visible cop, just blend in with the scenery.
Okay, and you do see that a few of the other beat cops are starting to move away from the tent now.
Mm-hmm.
And as they're passing you, they're like, FBI's hands now. The less time I gotta look at that, the better.
Shh. I don't speak at all. Shh.
As I'm getting a closer look, can I make some kind of forensics check?
Yes. Make me... I believe your forensics falls under investigation, so this will be intelligence and investigation with your forensic specialty.
Sweet. That's 3 successes.
Wonderful. So as you get closer, there are 4 bodies on the ground. Or potentially 4 bodies on the ground. It's hard to tell. Potentially it's 2 men and 2 women. But each one has had its arms, legs, and head dismantled from their torsos and redistributed around to the other bodies. There are gaping holes in each of their chests with the hearts removed and placed in a pile in the center with an envelope stuck under the corner of them. And the body parts from your forensics check appear to have been removed before death, as the ground beneath all of them is quite soaked in blood.
Gotcha.
And indicating this all likely occurred right here, as far as you would know. And looking at the edges of the dismembered pieces, they appear to have been not surgically removed, more sawed through, potentially with a either dull or combat knife due to the tearing around the flesh and the breaking of the bone fragments at the end.
Okay. So this looks human done as grotesque as it is, not bite and claw marks.
There are no bite and claw marks, but nothing else to indicate what
Gotcha.
may have happened here. And if you could give me an additional wits in awareness, or wits in investigation.
I'd like to burn a willpower.
Go for it.
Make this a little better. That's better. 3 successes, crit.
Wonderful. So, the report of numbers being off starts to kind of prick at the back of your mind as you're looking at these. There are 2 female-appearing torsos and 2 male-appearing torsos. But as you're looking and examining the exterior pieces, there appear to be an extra women's right arm where you would normally count that ideally in this redistribution there should be 2 male right arms and 2 female right arms. There's instead 1 male right arm and 3 female right arms. And the same goes for an extra man's left arm. And the heads, they're not sitting perfectly straight up. They're about tilted over and covered in blood. But as you look a little closer to them, there are one female head and 3 male heads, indicating that there are pieces of 2 more people that are not present.
I'm piecing all that together. I'd like to subtly as a dog can in the middle of a crime scene, silence of death to kind of muffle my movement. Grab the letter.
Okay. And so it does appear, especially with your silence of death and no one really paying attention to you, it appears like you're just sniffing at this stack of hearts, which you do notice as you get closer that there are 6 hearts in this pile.
Great.
And you are able to grab the letter.
I will take it in my mouth and, nope, there's better words than that, move back to Anton and give him a little nudge, drop the letter, see if he can cover it with a boot.
I actually saw him coming because I was going to try to tell him to grab me something. And so I see him coming back. And honestly, before you even drop it, I just put my hand over your mouth and grab it, and it goes into the coat pocket.
Storyteller.
Yes.
Would this have been ample time for me to have also gotten
Oh,
in
yeah.
and
Yes.
look around?
Absolutely.
Around this time, a squirrel lands on Aaron's back.
Let's go.
I'm at the perimeter,
Okay.
Doing nothing wrong.
doing nothing wrong.
Shall we?
Being charming, of course, with the
course.
officers.
Let's go. At the backside? Low, say low to the dog and the squirrel.
And I'll head
And
back.
the squirrel just nods.
That's unsettling. And I walk off away from the perimeter of the retreating perimeter of cops, more into the park.
Okay. And a few FBI people come up as well as paramedics, just coming in from the other side.
Okay. As they go, I'm literally just going to point them, like I'm pointing them the direction they have to
Yeah.
go.
And so, Delphine, as you are talking to the officers, what are you doing?
I was trying not to be particularly rubbernecking.
Yeah.
Or just kind of standing there, maybe looking more confused than anything else. Excuse me, officer?
Yes, ma'am.
What's all this?
Oh, don't you worry about this. Seems a nasty situation here in the park, and probably not good for soft eyes.
But that could mean so many things.
My apology. Ma'am, it appears there's been a murder. It's quite gruesome.
Just one murder?
We aren't at liberty to say right now.
Oh my.
Yeah,
Do you know who it was?
Not right now. We're getting things identified.
My
I'm
boyfriend's missing, and I'm really hoping it's not him.
sure. What's your boyfriend look like, ma'am?
He's kind of taller, built, blonde,
Blonde hair. All right.
blue eyes.
Hey, one of those bodies, or I guess what you know, does it look like a built man with blonde hair? You hear the radio come back and go, I can't fucking figure out what any of these bodies are. He goes, all right, thank you. Do you got a picture of your boyfriend, or you want me to talk to the sketch artist? We can, at the very least, we can file a missing report for you.
I have a stronger stomach than I look. Do you have pictures that I could see?
Unfortunately, we can't show crime scene photos, ma'am. I'm sorry, but if you got a picture of your boyfriend, I can make sure we connect it with the home office. We'll make sure to get a missing persons report, or if it matches one of these, I can have someone call you right away.
Okay. That would... Sure, but maybe forget that.
All right. And he goes, all right, ma'am, I'm sorry, you're getting real close. We're gonna have
Oh,
to
goodness,
ask
I'm
you
so
to back
sorry.
up.
I didn't even realize. Have a good night, officer.
You too, ma'am. Be safe going home. There's a lot of crazies out tonight.
Oh, trust me. I try real hard.
All right. You need anything, you just call.
Can I have your card?
Sure, absolutely. He reaches in his coat, pulls a card for you.
Thank you, officer.
Anytime, ma'am.
Do I see them poking around in there?
Out of the corner of your eye, you can see a man that you recognize and two animals.
Yeah, I went like around the back. I
Excellent.
went around like around the back side area, so you might see us.
Yeah.
Bunch of nincompoops. Okay.
But you do see where they're heading enough to where you could go meet up with them.
I will go meet up with them, but taking a different route.
Okay.
Well, Anton's wearing a Georgia police jacket,
Why?
and I pull the letter out of my pocket for that.
Why?
For this, and I'm gonna do Spirit's Touch on the letter before I even open it.
Okay.
Do not get hungrier.
That was gruesome.
What was it?
Order of operations. I'm going to change first.
Oh, yeah, I did. Sorry.
5 successes.
5 successes?
Yes.
I heard something about can't tell what it is.
There are a lot of bodies and body pieces. There are
Okay.
more,
Someone was playing Dr. Frankenstein.
or Hannibal.
Oh.
Yeah.
Were they sewn?
No, it was more
Yeah.
just kind of configured.
Arranged. Yeah.
And Anton, can you remind me what you get from Spirit's Touch?
So it's sort of it's a DC that is sort of set by you at that point, and I wind up getting each point of margin on the roll allows me to sense roughly one additional like previous handler back from the item. So the circumstance, like a set of circumstances, mainly emotional set around that, but usually I can get a sense of who it was. I don't necessarily know them, but I can get a sense of who it is.
So from the envelope, indeterminate. From the contents of the envelope, Elijah.
And like when I say like for this, you just see my eyes sort of glaze over as it goes on, and then
All right, he's
What you got there?
Would you like to pull the contents from the envelope?
yeah, I just go something from someone you might know, and I'll like empty out the envelope into my hand.
Okay. You pull out a folded piece of paper that when you unfold it, it's rather large. And it is a poster.
I'm holding it away from them just
Yeah.
for
It is a
purpose.
poster of the movie Sunrise, A Song of Two Humans.
Tell me, Delphine, do you and Elijah like the movies?
Yeah, we went to the pictures.
Any particular favorites?
Not really.
What about this
We
one?
liked more actors.
What about this one? I'll just turn around to face her.
You turn around and you do recognize the movie. You've seen the movie. It's a German silent film, romance movie. Came out about the 1920s when you were able to see it. And you were able to see it with Elijah. It was actually quite popular for a while.
We saw that one.
The last person to
Why?
touch this was Elijah. And it was found by Aaron at this crime scene.
No, it wasn't.
That is in fact where it came from.
Yes.
I came to you for help.
I don't even know what this is. This is an envelope, a letter that was found at a crime scene. You didn't. I assume you did not see anything that looked like Elijah there.
Nothing that.
Can I?
No.
Certainly, and I'll hand it over to him.
And I'm going to, using heightened senses, smell it and see if it smells like anything other than the crime scene.
Okay.
That would be 3.
Hard to tell from the strong blood that has soaked through as it was wedged under the hearts. The smell of blood and viscera that has soaked into the corner of this is just too strong.
Give me that.
Why?
I want to look at it.
It's fine.
Since I know the movie. Is there anything different about this poster?
No, the poster appears to be a reprint, recently folded, so it's not aged. It hasn't been like in the envelope for a while, but it is just a reprint of a poster of a movie.
Front and back, just blood on it though.
Yes, there's because of how it was folded and stuck in the envelope, there is a large blood spot on it, but it appears to be like it got wedged under there that way. This isn't full
Okay.
blood.
I don't know what's going on.
Eren, tell me more about what you saw when you got this.
And as clear cut as I can, just say everything that I saw. No padding, no flavoring. Just describe the viscera and everything I saw.
Elijah wouldn't do that.
Storyteller, can I retroactively roll to see if I noticed anything that he didn't, since I also would have looked?
Yes.
Okay.
And
Just in case.
And while that's happening, is the blood on the poster wet still?
Yes.
I'm going to reach over and touch it for taste of blood, just see if it picks up anything.
Okay. We'll resolve this one.
Yes,
and then
yes,
that
yes.
one. What'd you get?
A messy crit.
Messy crit. None of the faces were familiar to you,
Okay.
but you would recognize them if you saw them again.
Okay. That's also 8 with the crit, so.
But as far as you could tell from the faces and some with mouths kind of gaping
Yeah.
open, all of the victims were human.
Okay. The only thing I can really add to that is they all looked like they were mortal, like average people. I would recognize the faces again.
4 successes.
Okay. And what are you looking to get from Taste of Blood?
If they are anything supernatural, like the usual things that I wind up pulling from Taste of Blood, because if they just read as mortal, then resolve that. But if there's something besides mortal, that's going to be more interesting.
They read as mortal.
And so yeah, you say that. Taste. Can confirm.
Delphine, you said this. Elijah wouldn't do this. When was the last time that he had a major frenzy?
I don't know.
None that you can recall since coming back.
What you have described is a bit more than just a frenzy. This is methodical.
Yeah, it was
This is
hyper.
surgical, yeah.
That
Yeah.
is-
And for the record, we have many experiences of where the last time that somebody touched the item is not the person that did this.
It was also very ritualistic, I would almost say.
Methodical is a bit less judgmental
like-
sounding.
Yeah,
Like,
but I'm very judgmental of Sabat and their rituals. So
Fair. Fair.
Not always Tremere.
yeah, sorry.
So,
Although sometimes.
the way that they were arranged, piggybacking off of this, the way that they're arranged, can you tell me a bit more about how they were arranged? Like, can you just describe it to me?
There's
Pen.
the poster?
I'm not gonna write on that.
I'll reach into my bag and just pull out like scrap paper and pen.
And I'll sketch it as best I can and show Aaron to like confirm with him, like
Sure.
pretty close.
Hearts, heads,
Yeah.
limbs swapped.
How
And I
many
will
hearts were
provide
there?
you all with the map after
Okay.
the episode.
How many hearts were there? I didn't.
There were 4 hearts.
Six.
I
Six
didn't
hearts,
want
4
to
heads.
interrupt you looking around. So
So, storyteller, from this diagram, in my personal experience and study, does this reflect any sort of anything that like lines up Sabat wise, like ritual wise?
No.
Same.
Nope.
Okay.
Nothing rings for you as any of the Sabat paths. None of them really have anything about playing shuffle with
And,
bodies.
If anything, this would look like a Zemisi that didn't finish the job, but
where was the poster?
It was in the middle.
Yeah.
Of the hearts.
Yeah, it was
stuck in.
kind of wedged in there. Yeah.
This happened very recently, because this wasn't here when we were meeting with you.
Everything there is incredibly
That's-
fresh.
The crime scene.
Fast.
Yeah, the crime scene was recent, but
Like I can't even pick up anything off that poster because it just reeks of all the blood that was there.
It was under the hearts.
Kind of nestled in there, all snug. I don't know of anything. I can't. I can't. Lydia can shape other people. I can't.
Storyteller, can I perceive anyone around us paying attention to us standing here and talking?
I wasn't standing. I was.
We'll call that wits and awareness.
Okay.
And actually, while he's doing that, storyteller, I'd like to retroactively ask a question that is attached to Taste of Blood that I don't typically get to use.
Okay.
Resonance or intensity of the blood if mortal, aka what are they feeling when that blood hit that paper?
Intense fear, panic, pretty much every feeling you could imagine associated with surprise, death, and pain.
They were killed around that paper.
Yes.
Okay.
That is a messy crit.
You guys.
Having a little hard time focusing right now. There's a lot of blood.
Yeah.
But you do get that nobody is watching you.
Gotcha.
You're a little hyper vigilant in the moment.
On that note, when I took the paper out, I literally just rolled the coat up and stuck it in the bag.
Okay.
Where did you get that?
Very kind officer gave it to me. This blood on this poster,
No.
the people who were killed around this page. This isn't a kill and transport them there. This person had this on them when they did this.
I'm, don't think any less of me or Elijah, okay? I came to you for help and I'm really hoping you're still willing to. But the poster and the hearts?
Mm-hmm.
He calls me Sunshine?
Off of the movie.
No, just I remind him of the sun. But
Irony there.
tell me about it.
So you can actually see it. Okay. I don't
know anything about this. I swear.
I think we may be best served following up like we were going to of checking out
Yeah.
the place. I don't think that Olivia's school is going to be much help right now.
But if he said he went to help her, she
Unless
might
he's there.
know
Unless he
something.
is there.
The last person to see him, we could follow up at least.
Fair. Break
But
off.
I don't know if we should.
Okay, then where do we go first?
Well, sorry. If he has anything to do with this, even if the person who did it is just targeting him, who hates Elijah?
Storyteller, do I know?
As far as your personal opinion on it, almost anyone could hate Thin Bloods, especially in a Camarilla city. But you don't know of any specific people. But he is the sheriff, after all.
Anyone who doesn't like Thin Bloods, I guess. It's
That'll narrow it down.
This is too much for simply
Yeah.
a clan discrepancy.
really?
This
There's
feels
people who think that they're a sign of the end of everything.
And that's why most people go and kill them. They don't stage elaborate murder crime scenes to frame them.
He's the sheriff.
true. That does change
I don't
things.
think you can much go kill the sheriff.
I don't. I need to think about that one. Because it doesn't really narrow it down. I mean, shit. He has a better reason than that. And we know it wasn't him.
Do we?
Hands clean. The
Yeah, we do.
opportunity was there, and like you said, it's very difficult to kill the sheriff, but to not frame him, but set him up, stage him, draw attention. This is bad press for Thin Bloods, even if it is.
It's also bad press for us. This is very public.
Was there anything relating to us there?
Not that I saw.
Nothing that they saw.
And we have the only additional piece of evidence now, which doesn't sit great with me, but whatever.
We can drop it at the next crime scene.
Aaron, your phone buzzes.
We should go to your house, because maybe at least I can pick up on a scent better and see if I can figure out where he is.
Okay. I'll find you and follow you. Shoot the address and whatnot.
Yeah.
Check my phone.
You have a message from Dot. And it says, just because I know Anton won't answer my text messages. ... Was checking cameras around reported crime scene. Saw you all walking around. Anything we need to be worried about?
I share with Dot. FBI found a amalgamation, too long, a bunch of bodies.
There you go.
And you get back kindred shit or human shit?
Unsure, but doesn't look blatantly kindred.
And you get a reply, we'll put Nosferatu on alert.
Thank you, CC.
Okay.
Staten. Good to go?
Yes.
All right. Give them the address.
Oh, sure. And I'll text them the address.
Okay.
It's the same as your penthouse address.
Good to know.
What?
You'll get there just fine. And I'll grab Aaron and walk back. As we walk back, as we cross the front of the crime scene, do I see the cop who I took the jacket from?
Yeah, you can see him just like chatting with people, trying to keep them back.
Cool. As you walk by, I just want to look at it. I just want to look at him and go, could you forget about me, as I just drift right past him?
So the forget typically goes for the previous 10-15 minutes of conversation, and it has been a while since you
Fair.
talked to him.
Fair.
So as you say that, he just goes, I will?
Oh, you forgot at least what was going on in that moment.
All right.
I don't have time to stand in front of him and do forgetful mind.
Nope.
So.
Face down.
Yep.
And so everyone is heading to the penthouse.
Back to the penthouse.
Once you give me like half of the directions, I'm like, are we just going to blah blah blah? Then say the name of the building.
Uh-huh.
Cool, I know how to get there.
Do you mind if I smoke in your car?
Yep.
I'll open the window.
Nope. Very keen sense of smell. Thank you.
You can turn that off.
Nope, I can't actually. And I drive back.
All right. And so drivers, please make me Dex and Drive.
3.
3.
That's not enough dice. 4.
Okay. You both make it back pretty quickly and safely.
I'm parking this car away from the building, just a
Okay.
bit, because it's bright yellow.
Well, this is where Delphine lives.
I'm paranoid.
Okay.
I park in the parking garage.
That one's supposed to be there.
Who is that one?
I haven't seen it.
All right.
Sure about that?
It's yellow. I think I've seen this.
And so you guys do see each other in the lobby as you head to the elevator to make your way
Fancy
up.
meeting you here.
Which room?
Here. And I'll do the elevator and all that.
And you guys do see that she selects the floor directly below Alpha's and about 3 floors above yours.
Right. I don't think we know that it's Alpha's yet, though.
Yes, so she
Yeah.
selects 3 floors above yours.
Okay, let's go.
Are you that surprised?
Not really.
Okay.
Getting this slight headache that I've been here before.
Deja vu?
Something like that.
It means we're in the Matrix.
I'll lead them into the apartment. I'll let them in.
Delphine, it would be a, not to impose, but a nice southern welcome if you have anything to drink.
I'm not southern and not. I can check. I don't,
I mean,
but I can check.
we're not that far away.
No, we are out.
Oh.
I tapped that dry a long time ago.
Rip.
But I will let them in.
Okay.
Don't touch my plants.
Noted. And as we go in, I'm going to dig into my bag and I'm going to pull out the metal flask of my blood that I use for ritual and just slap it at Aaron. I'll be down one of those if I need it later.
Okay. Are you going to drink it, Aaron?
I'll check the fridge first.
Yes.
There is nothing in the fridge.
Didn't think so.
I will pocket it because I haven't been this hungry in a while.
Okay. And Aaron, now that you're in this room, please make me composure resolve.
Okay. What's that? That is 3 with a crit.
3 with a crit. This room is very familiar and gives you a bit of a headache when you think about it. You feel like you've been here before, but it may just be the hunger getting to you.
Delphine, one more question, or request. Could you not, I won't remember this, could you not wipe my memory after we leave this? I feel like there's only so many times you can scrub a brain before it just rots.
Why would I do that?
I have this sense that I've been here before, and that kind of impedes an investigation if I can't remember everything.
Yeah, I'll say.
Well, if you had been here before, I certainly wouldn't have been the one to wipe your memory.
I trust that is what you said.
Well, storyteller.
Mm-hmm.
Can I make a survival tracking roll to identify the scent that I picked up from the ring earlier, where it's strongest, kind of track like what his movements throughout the apartment have been?
Yes, go ahead and make that roll. It will be a high DC.
What is the related attribute that you would like me to roll?
Let's consider this survival and wits.
Okay. It's a messy crit. Can't spend willpower because it's both hunger dice. That's 6.
Just don't tear apart the
Don't
apartment.
touch my plants.
So you get a strong scent of Elijah and you follow it through the apartment. You can get whiffs in the kitchen. There's a lot around like the food prep area.
Okay.
Elijah is capable of still eating food. And you get some in the bathroom, some towards the shower, some towards the living room. And then some strong whiffs that you want to forget in the bedroom.
Anything, what I'm trying to pick up on is like what the most recent, and also memorizing the smell, but is the most recent literally just him leaving or, okay. Okay.
I don't know what you're looking for.
I'm not looking for anything. I'm memorizing. Does he have a laptop?
He would have one.
Yeah. I can see if it's here. I'll go check.
His laptop is at his desk. Turned off and closed.
I'll open it.
And it is password locked, but you do know Elijah's password.
Mm-hmm. I'll enter it.
And when you open it, what are the rest of you doing while this is happening?
Waiting for the laptop to open.
Standing next to her.
And honestly, the moment she opens the laptop, I'm literally just gonna pick up a sticky note and just stick it over the camera on the laptop.
Okay.
Stepping away from the laptop.
Okay.
I'm standing next to her.
But
So
I'm a bit on edge just with everything. So I'm not like focused, but I'm there.
Okay. So when you open the laptop, there are some... It's just the desktop, but there are lit up icons on the start bar of things that are open. And there is a browser, an image program, and another browser.
I'll check them.
Okay. So when you open the first browser, it has the information for renting out the Fox Theater for private events. Opening up the image program, you see Sunrise, a Song of Two Humans movie poster. And opening the third tab, you see your purchase has been placed, and it is for a restored copy of Sunrise, a Song of Two Humans.
Is it for the poster or for the movie itself?
It's for the movie itself.
Okay.
It would appear to you, from looking at this, that he has likely purchased the movie and is intending on renting out the theater.
Oh.
Is there a printer in this apartment?
Yes.
Can I go over and pull up last print job and hit print?
And you begin to see the poster printing out.
I look at that, and I look at them.
Well,
Oh.
what, is there a confirmation on a reservation at the theater?
No, it's just the theater has a phone line that you have to call to make the reservations.
Okay.
But you do have confirmation of order placed for the DVD, and it is going to a P.O. box.
I write down the P.O. box.
Oh.
Do you mind if I take a look?
Sure.
You let me sit down in front of the computer. I opened his email.
Okay.
I open a new tab in the browser and I go to Gmail and see if it auto logs in.
And the look on Delphine's face looks like she's putting pieces together.
There is no login for Gmail.
It doesn't log in. I'll try a few other standard free emails.
Hotmail.
Yeah, Hotmail, MS, Microsoft, Outlook.
AOL.
Yahoo.
Yep.
So you do get a hit with Yahoo.
Okay.
Of course he is.
I just go through a few of them.
It's the manual.
I go through the older ones first, in fact. So yeah, and I check. I actually ignore the unreads. I go to recent reads and then trash.
Okay. So recent read, there is an automated response from the Fox Theater that says, thank you for contacting us regarding your event coordination. Our director of events will be in touch with you shortly.
Okay.
There is also the confirmation email for the DVD.
Okay. I'm going to. Is the printer done printing the poster?
At this point, probably.
It's about halfway. It was a large picture.
Okay, so
I send the print job for the email for the reservation and the email for the Fox Theater to the printer so that they print when the poster is done.
Okay.
And then I go through anything in the trash.
Nothing in the trash, just junk mail.
Okay, and then I go through the unread after that.
The unread has some new coupons from where he ordered the DVD from. Bunch of different kinds of junk mail. Some romantic order confirmations.
I just scroll past those.
As well as a account creation confirmation for 1-800-Flowers.
Okay.
Storyteller.
Yes.
Is there a particular date that's coming up?
In the event confirmation email, you see that it is set for Halloween.
Okay.
I just sent 2 print jobs to the printer when that's done.
Oh, okay, and I literally just hit cancel on my print job, so it just prints out half the poster, so we can start printing this. I don't need this.
Delphine, how are you feeling?
Well, I thought I had an idea, and now I'm not sure. It looks like he wanted to kind of take me out on a nice date, and the Fox Theater is in his mother's domain, so he had to go ask her if that was okay and if she wouldn't kill me if I walked in. And then something happened.
I'm going to take some steps back while they talk, and I'm going to call the school. away
Okay.
from them.
Okay. The phone rings and Gladhand Q picks it up. Says, "Hello, how can I help you?"
Q, it's Anton.
Mr. Kravopuskov, how can I help you tonight?
I was wondering if Miss Grace was in.
She is, and she is available. Do you need to speak with her?
I would love that. Thank you.
One moment. And you hear the phone get set down on the table. And you just hear coming a mile away. Just, who is it on the phone? Anton! My God. All right. Anton. To what do I owe the pleasure?
It's wonderful to finally be able to speak to you again.
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to get a hold of Elijah, but I cannot seem to reach him. I was wondering if you'd seen him recently.
Not recently. He stopped by a handful of days ago. He was asking me for some contact information at the Fox. He wanted to see if I had anybody there that could help him with a favor.
Okay, that's actually why I was trying to get in touch with him, but at this point,
You need the Fox too?
No, I was going to see about coordinating with him.
Oh, okay. He must be throwing some little party. I won't take offense that he hasn't told me anything about it.
Well, perhaps it's a surprise party for his mother.
Oh, well, I like it when you word it like that.
I thought so. If you happen to get an idea of where Elijah might be, would you have him contact me or just contact me?
Of course, sir. As soon as I hear from him, I'll let you know.
Thank you very much. And now that we're resolved with all of this, I'll be back to teaching as soon as possible.
I haven't thought a word about it.
I imagine so. Thank you, Miss Grace.
Good evening, Anton. And
Yes.
she hangs up before you can say anything
Yeah, and
else.
I just hang up. Hasn't seen him in many days, but did know about this party arrangement. Not the
So-
specifics, but
Does the date mean anything to you?
It's Halloween.
Is that like an anniversary, a turning,
No.
a embracing?
We met in winter.
this isn't exactly a Halloween movie, as far as I can tell.
Storyteller, while they're talking, I'm listening, but I'm also going to check the recycling bin on the computer, as well as the recent files and downloads.
Okay. Recent downloads include the poster itself, some photos, nothing that you will ever want to see again, and the PDF files of his confirmations, and there's nothing in the recycling bin.
I want to call Elijah.
Okay.
I'm going to go into our bedroom, and I'm going to call him.
Okay. Just like every other time, it rings and rings and rings and rings and rings.
Does it go to voicemail at any point?
Yes.
Dollface, I don't know what's going on. There was a crime scene with 4 or 6 bodies and a poster of a movie that we saw, and it's on your computer. I'm sorry, I looked at your computer, and I don't know what's going on. I know this isn't you. I love you. I don't know if you'll get this. I guess your phone's still working or not off, but call me, please. I didn't tell Alpha anything. If this is you, it's not you, and I don't want you to take the fall for it. I miss you. I love you. No.
And I think that's a good spot for us to leave off for tonight. Thank you all so much for joining us. We love you all very much. Take care of yourselves and each other. Good night.
Bye.